Well, welcome to day 4. Day 4 for you. It's been a few days for me. Today we got legs. Making too much noise. Today we got legs. The worst day of the week. It's all right. I hate doing legs. I really do. But I did hear something on, I think it was on TikTok, I'm pretty sure. I don't know who said it, but I full-heartedly agree. If you enjoy leg day, then you're not going hard enough. You know? Now, even the easiest leg day for me, I don't like. But we still gotta put in the work. It has been weird for this new training schedule because I only do legs once a week since it's not really a huge priority for a men's physique category. But for the longest time, I was doing leg days at least twice a week, which I recommend. If you are struggling to grow your legs, then I would say it's time to bump up the leg day to 2, maybe 3 times a week. Just because that's roughly how many times you want to hit a muscle group a week. You want to try to hit each muscle group about twice a week, but depending on your priorities and whatnot. So I think I hit back because that's a big priority of mine. What's going on? I hit back probably about 3 times a week. I have no idea. Can I go? I'm gonna go. I don't know. People are stopping in the middle of the road. If I get pulled over, it is what it is. But yeah, it's just depending on your priorities, what you feel like you need to grow. Because like I said before, biceps is probably my best quality on my body. In this program, I'm not even doing biceps. I have back days, so it's hitting biceps in it and everything. But since I'm just not hitting it right now. But I think also because of that, I think my biceps kind of outplays my triceps. So I want my triceps to catch up a little bit, make my arms look huge. A lot of people, when they do arms and everything, they focus a little too much on biceps. Let's be real with each other. Who doesn't love a good bicep workout? It's probably the best feeling you get coming out of the gym. But triceps take up a 2/3 of your arm. So be sure to hit that more than you do your biceps, I would say. I've been talking to a few of my friends, and they've been asking kind of like, hey, how do I get started in the gym and everything? And the best advice I have for like getting started in the gym is you want to establish the habit first. You want to just get in there. Just get in the gym. I don't care if you're going in there bullshitting, walking, talking, you join a spin cycle class, I don't care, something. Just get in there. Establish the habit that, hey, tell your brain, hey, I need to go to the gym. And it'll get to a point where it almost becomes second nature. So like for the longest time for me, so I've been working out since I was 18, roughly around. I worked out quite a bit when I was doing wrestling in high school, and one of my first workout partners, Chandler and Mason, we helped each other a lot. But I would get in the gym for a while, and I think the habit is established, but then what would always happen, one of the things is I would get sick. I would get sick and it would take me out for like a week. And then I got so used to like being lazy from that week of relaxing and recovering from sickness that I would just stop going to the gym, and then most of my gains are gone. So when I started again this 3-year ongoing cycle now, I told myself if I got sick, I'm fucking going to the gym either way. I'm so sorry if that is unsanitary, but I needed it for me. I had to do it, unfortunately. But I got in there, even I was sick as a dog, and I still got in the gym and continued that habit. And now it's so ingrained in me about going to the gym that I feel disgusted. It's kind of overplayed it, but it doesn't feel right not being in a gym. But I recommend don't go in a gym and you see all these influencers and bodybuilders and shit, and you see how heavy they're going. You think, oh, if I want to look like that, I got to go that hard too. Yes, not at the beginning. We all start somewhere. It's okay to just get in there and establish that habit. Just, don't burn yourself out first fucking week that you go. That's what happens with all the New Year's resolutions. Those people, I'm gonna start going to gym, New Year's, and then they go 100%, they do well, then something happens and the habit breaks, and then they're done. Just, gym should be, I don't want to say second home because that sounds obsessive, but it practically is. And then you start seeing like that first month gains and you start seeing that shit. That's when the motivation and the discipline really. Well, we could talk a little bit about discipline too. There are going to be days I really don't want to go today, but I have to. I have to stay disciplined to go to the gym. There's gonna be days that you feel like you're just not feeling up for the gym. You have to force yourself. You would never regret going to the gym. You always regret not going to the gym. I can lie and say I made that up right now. But I took that shit from somebody. I don't know who, but somebody said it. But yeah, just going back, just get in there. Get in there, go with a workout partner, a buddy. Go in there, hop on a treadmill, and just start walking. Go in there for 30 minutes. Just start easy. And then as you're getting in there, you're like, I can do some more. Start lifting some weights. Get a little bit more. Get a little bit more. I promise you that habit will establish very, very quickly. Alright. That's all I got. I'm gonna finish this and get inside the gym. We'll see you there. Alright. I lied. Clearly, gym's too busy. So, we're gonna do chest. I hate to do it, but what can I do? Alright. I kid. First thing we got is good old belt squats. This program is this is the first time I've used this in a program. Reason why is just because I'm always scared of awkward. There's been a trend. I'm scared of like awkwardly getting in a machine, but got over it and hopped on this. I will say, if you have back problems, this is a great alternative because it takes all the load off of your back when it's sitting and puts it all on your hips. That's why it's kind of good to stick with the same workouts. It's like practice, right? It's like practicing a sport. You do drills, the same drills. You get better at it. So, going for 12. Grabbing me weird. Ugh. There we go. Sometimes it's a little awkward feel whenever you're putting it on. Ugh. It's a new buzzword for me, I guess, awkward. It's my stimming word. 120 feels good. This leg day was humbling me for a while, for the first couple of weeks. I was so sore, I didn't want to move. I had to take a rest day after. But getting used to the movements now, I'm not as sore. But I'm definitely, the work is still being put in. But, yeah. This plan feels a little bit more hamstring focused, which is good. My quads have grown a lot past year. I've always had pretty small legs. I was that guy to wear sweats and skip leg day. Didn't care. But it's gotten better over the years. It just took forever to get my legs to grow. But I think the thing that blew up my legs was just like regular squats. But I had a goal. I wanted 315 for 10. For like the longest time. I think I got to 285, and I just kind of plateaued there. And then I came back home from where I was, and I started a new program, and squats wasn't in there. It's just fine. Fucking grab me weird. There we go. Oh, feels good. I'll say since starting this program, my knees don't feel as banged up anymore. Oh, we were talking about back problems earlier. So I used to have lower back problems, or at least I thought it was lower back problems. What it was my hips, and it made it feel like my lower back. And it's gonna sound strange, it's gonna sound weird. Hear me out, please. Do the splits. I preach, I praise it. Just do the splits. Do it for a couple weeks. You'll feel your lower back loosen up. Sometimes, of course, there's different types of lower back problems, but got it. When I was getting ready to go in the shower, do the splits. As far as wide your legs can go, and you'll feel your lower back start loosening up. I know it sounds weird. Trust, please. But I'm gonna do a lot of these. There's a lot in this one. This belt squat, and we'll move on to the next. Whew. Well, we're here. It's gonna be one-legged. Well, the first time I did this, truly humbled. I don't think I've ever done a leg press one-legged before. And I mean, clearly I'm only doing 35 on each side. If I'm doing both legs, I can get a few plates on there. One-legged, there's no way. I don't know what it is. I know what it is. Yeah, 2 legs, 1 leg, but I didn't think it would be that big of a difference. So people really kind of worry about where they place their legs and everything. I'm a firm believer on the higher you are, the more hamstrings you hit, and the lower you are, the more quads you're gonna hit. I think C-Bum put it the best way. And if you want to grow crazy quads, it's all about knee flexion. What I mean by that is, how far can you get down and up with your knee angled, flexed, all the way down? Now you flex. That makes sense. I put mine where my heel's almost coming off, especially for one-legged. For two-legged, they go a little bit lower. I tried doing one-legged lower, and it was really messing up my knee. And so I started putting the full foot on there. Alright, that's enough talking. Quit being a bitch, come on.
Stop being a bitch and come on.
Doing 70. Alright. Well, we hit the goal, which is good. Speaking of goals, we hit double-digit subscribers. So, thank you all for that. I think it was 31 views last time I checked for the second episode. So, it's pretty fucking cool. This one hurts, I won't lie. If you want a good leg press movement and tire you out to the point where you fucking hate leg day, drop set. My last program had that. Jesus. There would be some days my legs would lock up. I couldn't do that. I think I did like 3 sets of drop sets, or 3 drop sets, and each drop set had 3 sets within it. That third one, some days my legs would lock out. Once again, that'd be kind of my fault, just because I'd be bullshitting. Like this, like I said before, this keeps me accountable now. This new program gives me a time limit, so I'm not being a big old baby. I don't want to do the next set. Shut up. All right, let's do it. No one talked to me after this leg day for 3 fucking years. I'm dying. I don't really have anything else to say. I just want to get this over with. Plus, I am out of breath. And talking is just gonna continue. You hear me? See what I'm saying? Stop distracting me. So, this one's gonna be a more hamstring focused squat. Go up I'm gonna go as far down as like I'm sitting in a chair, and my feet are gonna be placed forward a little bit more. And the goal is, or the objective, really is when I hit that seated position, I'm using my hamstrings and my glutes to fucking shoot me up. And it's not really on my quads, if that makes sense. You kind of see what I mean whenever I'm doing it. But this is very hamstring focused. It also makes me super out of breath really, really quickly. But we'll go ahead and get started. Well, we hit the goal. That was something I kind of, you'll see me kind of do it if you focus on it, where I'm flexing the glutes. I'm shooting my hips forward, and it's really helped me with my just regular squats. Before I was doing that, I don't know how my knees were surviving, because I put so much weight on my knees, especially when I was trying to go for that 315. Whew. So even now, I'm really focused on shooting my hips forward and flexing the glutes. And then this one, you have to really brace the core, or else you'll feel your back kind of go in weird positions. I think it's also because this is on a slant, but the slant's not affecting me. It's not straight up and down, it's moving this way. I'm feeling it. This one's hurting. You got a little bit more time. God, this one has so many sets. Killer, 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 killer. The next one's a lot more fun, intuitive, I like to think. That's what I can do is, let's get this fucking bread. this one. I am out of breath on this one. Hopefully when I showed you what I was saying, shooting those hip forward. Squat's a very complex movement. You can really hurt yourself if you do it wrong. So do not be afraid to go really slowly with that movement. Kind of goes with any compound movement, to be honest. But a real easy way to mess up a lot of shit if you try to move too fast. You know the drill. I gotta catch my breath. Whew. Welcome to the ingenuity of Aaron. I wish I could take credit for this. I got this from my old coach. I got it from his Instagram. I really like it. So my program calls for an elevated RDL in the squat, in the Smith machine, but I don't have any boxes or anything here that fits in the Smith machine. So I took this exercise from my old coach and started using it. I really like it. I think the next back day when I'm doing bent over rows, I'm probably going to use it on this machine as well instead of the Smith machine because it's supposed to be elevated as well. The reason for elevated, we talked about it before, is getting that deep stretch, especially in the hamstrings. It's going to the more stretch you get, the more ROM you get, the more it stimulates that muscle and helps it grow. So we're gonna do this exercise. Is very, very. God, they might as well sponsor me by this point, I swear. VersaGrips. But the focus here is hamstrings and not forearms. And my hamstrings are stronger than my forearms, so I don't want to drop the weight. And my hamstrings haven't got the stimulant that it needs. So we want big fucking legs. Huge legs. Huge. Take a swig. Go to work. Oh, fuck. Oh, the legs are pumped. That is for sure. fuck. How'd that look? It felt good. Felt really good. My hamstrings are burning right now. My legs are burnt. They are what I like to call noodle legs right now. Oh, you start the timer. Oh. Excuse me. Now, I think RDLs are kind of one of those exercises that people overcomplicate. But I also get it, because I know a lot of people have a hard time feeling it in their hamstring. Let me see if I can explain this the best way, or at least how it works for me. My arms, I'm not using my arms at all, except for the grip. I flex my back. I'm trying to pinch it like someone has a finger on my back, and I'm trying to pinch it with my shoulder blades, keeping it straight. And then my hips go back, and I'm trying to touch my toes, slight bent on the knees, maybe a little bit more. It's probably gonna get more bend as the workout keeps going, because I'm getting tired. But I'm trying to keep pretty strict form the whole time. And then as soon as I hit that stretch position, and I feel my, like, it's done, it's locked, then I'm shooting my hips forward. Lifting up, I'm lifting up, my hips go forward, and I go again. Hopefully that makes sense. But I think the common mistake that I see a lot of people do is they put a little too much bend on their knees, and it's almost kind of like they're doing more of a straight deadlift, or they start swinging and trying to lift it up with their arms. But my arms are pretty much locked out the whole time. All right, let's do this. Oh. Good separation in the hamstrings there. It's looking good. There we go. Ow. Not a huge, talk a little bit about deadlifts. Not a huge fan of deadlifts. Sometimes it's fun just throwing some heavy weight around. Yeah, I think it's more fun like when I'm with my boys. We want to go deadlift and stuff, but when I've had it in my program before, kind of like, yeah, it's all right. If I'm gonna do a compound movement like by myself, I don't want to go heavy. It'd probably be squats or like ego lifting. But, like I said, I don't really ego lift a whole lot anymore. Try not to. Everything slow moving process. Focus on stimulating the muscle, making it grow. And so I don't really have strength goals. And people always ask me, how much do you bench? I don't know, man. As long as my only strength goal is as long as I can bench 225, I'm good. It's the only ego I have left in me for lifting like that. As long as I can bench 225, I'm happy. Last strength goal I had was that squat movement for 315, but it wasn't pressing or anything. I just want to be better than the week before. That's my goals. Yeah, these are feeling good. Seeing a nice separation in my hamstrings in the mirror. I don't know how well it shows on the camera. I see it though. Yeah, got a few more of these. Move on to the next. So this is the last exercise. It's caps. And so I used to have a real problem with my calves. I could not get them to grow for the fucking life of me. No matter how many times it was in my workout program. I think what helped the most was at the beginning, or I would say towards the end of last year, was doing calf raises, this one specifically, at the beginning of my workout, at the very first. So I was like, tired of fucking small calves. It makes my physique look really weird, these big ass arms and little legs. And so, they're not the greatest now, but holy shit, they've improved a lot since back then. So that was one of the things that helped blew it up. The other thing was what Jeff Nippard has talked about before when I was watching one of his videos. And so whenever you're doing calf raises, you go to absolute failure. I don't care if it's like if you're able to get an inch or more. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to go to the very top. Growth happens in your calf, as long as you're trying to fucking move up, trying to stand on your toes. And one of the problems I have in this machine, my feet keep slipping off of it. So I take the time, I adjust, and I go back at it. But yeah, so those are the two things that kind of help me with calf raises and everything. So let's get after this. I accidentally ran out of memory space in my card. Looks like we're getting too big. Fucking dumb. Yeah, but we don't have much left. Do another set of this, where you kind of see how much failure I take it to. I don't think it was caught in the last video before it ran out of space. And then, not much posing. We'll go in the posing room and show off the legs a little bit. And we'll get out of here. Get in the car. All right, let's do this. Oh, I did not put a rest on it. I forgot. Oh. Oh. That's it. All right. Go in the posing room here a little bit. So there's not a whole lot of posing to do with just legs, but good fucking pump today. These are really fucking showing. I think whenever I start cutting down these separation, you can see the separation. I don't know how well it shows on the camera, but I can see it in the mirror behind you. There's some separation. And then, yeah, that's good. It's starting to fucking, that hamstring starting to get the hang, squish it up against the other leg, and yeah, that thing is fucking, it's growing, that's for sure. It's pretty fucking cool. Oh, yeah, my legs are shaking right now. It was a good workout. Yeah, not a whole lot for legs. I look back on the video of the RDLs. There's something felt off, and so I was looking back. My feet were a little too wide, so I knew this camera thing was a good idea, because now I get to actually kind of really check out my form instead of just on a mirror. On a mirror on the side, it looked good, but when I was looking back on the camera, it looked too wide, and I feel like I could have gone lower. It looked like I could go lower. Now I know when I was doing it, it didn't feel like I could go lower, and so I put my feet a little bit closer together. Oh, and I was, yeah, whew. That increased the intensity of it a lot more. So I was able to get a little bit lower and actually get even a deeper stretch in the hamstrings, and it felt really good. But that's it. Legs look good. They're pumped. Yeah, see, look at that shit. It's weird. My left leg definitely has more separate. Oh, my right leg's pretty pumped. I don't know how it looks on the camera, but how it looks over there. My left leg always looks like it has more separation than my right, which is weird because I'm right-footed. But I don't know. That's all I got. We'll go to the car. This week has been busy. I have 3 more meals to eat again. I got some schoolwork I need to take care of again. And then yeah, I do have some meal prepping I need to do still. Yeah, this week's busy, unfortunately. There won't be any videos this weekend because I will be working. We'll have today, and then tomorrow is chest and back again, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's chest and back again tomorrow. Or back and chest. No, chest and back. We'll find out tomorrow. But we'll head to the car, talk a little bit. All right, so driving back home. It was a successful leg day, I would say. But what was I wanting to talk about? Oh, there was one thing I want to talk about. That's I want to talk about a little bit more about dieting and kind of the trendy diets that happen. I'm talking about like keto or the carnivore and the fasting diets and stuff like that. Now, some of them can work. I agree. People really like fasting, and yes, there has been proof that it can work. The problem is that people use these diets as a quick fix, thinking that they'll do these diets and they'll lose whatever pounds within a month or weeks or even days. People want these quick fix. I compare losing fat and gaining fat to the best analogy I heard is like money. So whenever you're fat is like the savings account. The fat that's stored in your body is like the savings account for your body, for calories. So whenever your body is expending so much calories and you're in a deficit, it starts expending. But people, I can't get behind all these diets, and I've heard good things about especially the carnivore diet. A little scary for me just because I've heard of people getting scurvy from it. That's kind of fear-mongering. I'm sure it doesn't happen to everybody. The point of all this conversation, though, is if you're using these trendy diets because you want a quick fix in losing weight, it doesn't happen. It's like the quick fixes of, or the quick bucks of gaining money. That's the way I think of it. Once again, we're going back to analogy. People want this quick buck scheme that's going on, and then they get scammed. Right? And so, but that's what I really want to talk about, diets and everything. I think the easiest way to do it is what we talked about before, is finding what your maintenance calorie is and go below that. It takes a while. It's not a quick process. And another thing too with these trendy diets is people do these, but they don't fix their habits, and they still eat like shit. And that's what happens to this like yo-yo effect of losing and gaining weight. They do it and they lose weight and they lose however many pounds, and then they start eating like shit again after the diet's done. And you're gonna keep going back and forth. If you do yourself a favor, go in a calorie deficit, stick to it. I recommend no cheat meals. I understand the essence of it, but just set yourself a time limit of how long you want to diet for. Fix your habits, and then once you're done with your calorie deficit and cutting weight, then you go back to a maintenance. I'm not saying a Twinkie here and there is a bad thing. It's not. The problem is overconsumption of this stuff. A Coke every day, a Dr. Pepper every day, a Wendy's every day, a Wendy's Baconator every day. God, I fucking love Baconators. And that's not a bad thing every once in a while. It's the overconsumption and the bad habits. That is what will gain, that is what makes you fat. Fix your habits and don't look for these quick fixes. That's my 2 cents on it, my take on it. I don't want to say it bothers me because it's people's life. They do what they want, whatever makes them happy. But it's I've gained up to 200 pounds. I've gone to 160. I've gained up to 190 and lost to 170. Like I've done all of that. And so seeing people do these trendy diets and just expecting quick fixes, it upsets me. But once again, people do what they want, whatever makes them happy, and sometimes it works for some people. Not everybody's the same. That's my recommendations on dieting and everything. And so head back home. I got 3 more meals I need to eat. I think I've finally made the best meal prepping for the calories I have now. Now it's just kind of setting up a routine of how to cook it the best and the fastest way, because they're pretty new meals. So we still got oatmeal and bananas and peanut butter, and then we're doing chicken, refried beans, and jasmine rice burritos. And then we have penne pasta, and chicken, and green pesto. And then still on chicken and rice, of course. I can't get rid of it entirely. Just wanted to switch it up. And then it's Cocoa Pops and Fairlife chocolate milk. I feel like there's something else in there. Oh, there's a little bit of cheese in the... Oh, shit, I forgot to add that today. Damn it. Sorry. It's a learning process. New meals, working on it. The steps are getting better. I only missed one day because I was accidentally sitting down too much. Or not accidentally, where I was working, I couldn't really move a whole lot. So I got to find a way whenever I'm working there to fix that. I think steps for the rest of the week should be good. So far we're hitting 12,000. And diet's going well. I'm getting used to the calories now. The first couple of days, whew, it was rough eating that shit. It took a lot of forcing down, but my body's finally getting used to it taking that much calories. I'll probably add the cheese to something else. I don't know what. Maybe the penne pasta. That's all I got. We'll see y'all tomorrow for, I want to say chest and back. Not entirely sure. Thanks for tuning in.